If you watched yesterday's video, Bitcoin did exactly what I predicted. Bitcoin came down after forming a 1 hour time frame head and shoulders pattern. Once you get a candle that breaks the neckline and loses the moving averages, we are starting a movement down. However, this is a longer term moving average, the 200 EMA. So at least for this 1 hour time frame, we will still see higher highs as long as this white line holds. Now, if you remember from the daily time frame, I also marked out this key level at 62.7k. Remember, we went over that a lot of times yesterday. And we were actually arguing in the video, which I will link. You will see it at the end of the video. Just click on it. Make sure you support the channel. Keep that notification bell on. You need to be subscribed for that. We're so close to 10,000 subs. Let's get there as soon as possible. So we were arguing this level could actually maintain that we didn't need to revisit the 61k, which is where the 20 moving average was. We were saying it was fine to go down there. It's fine to lose the green line, but as the 1 hour 200 EMA was lying down over here, we want to see Bitcoin maintaining it for bullish continuation. That means a new high above this head. And look, today we hit 65k. So from a daily perspective, guys, we have now made higher highs and completely changed the structure from lower lows and lower highs over here into a higher low. This is where I flip my bias. I said, I don't make the rules. Bitcoin is going to bounce here. Make sure you're following my Twitter. It is Louis_crypto. You'll see it on the screen right now. And it's also linked in the description. As you can see, this is the post itself. Bitcoin bounces here. I don't make the rules. Now that has proved to be a very profitable signal. And of course, the very first people to know my exact moves and what cryptos I bought are in my Discord community. The links are down below. It's literally less than $25 a month and you get 2 live streams every week where you can ask me anything and I'll mentor you guys as well as tell you what the next direct move is for our cryptos, more specifically Bitcoin, as that is the market leader. So now that we've got these this change of structure down over here, we entered alts and alts have proven to be better than Bitcoin from over here. So that's why we shifted back into alts. It has been alt season over the last week. It just started. And now we've got today this higher high because we've now penetrated through $65,105 and we've now seen a new high of $65,256. So about $151 higher. So absolutely incredible to see Bitcoin doing this. We've completely now changed the macro structure. So we've now started a bullish trend. This being wave 1, wave 2, and wave 3. But all parts of the final 5th wave. So what we are looking for, and I have shared it in other videos previously, we have some targets out of bullish patterns down over here. You can see there is an inverse head and shoulders with these triple bottoms. With this triple bottom, you've got a double bottom over here. That's quite clear. And we're just breaking the neckline out, but we already have broken out of the inverse head and shoulders neckline. There's also a diamond pattern as well. I've also shared these in the last 2 videos. So make sure you go and check them out. I've made YouTube shorts as well, so you can get the most important parts of those videos in a very short format that is maybe even 10 to 30 seconds. So make sure you go check that out. And those targets are looking at around this area over here of 82 to 87k. We've also got confluence with the Fibonacci's as well for this area. Once you break this high, these are your very first 2 targets. And it's quite funny that the patterns that we have down here also target that exact same area, as you can see for the diamond pattern. And for this double bottom, this would be your neckline, this would be your target. And you can see everything is pointing at this green area around 82 to 87k, which are our Fibonacci targets. And just following the Fibonacci's alone is good enough because these are key levels in the chart. They're not made up, right? It's not us drawing levels. It's not us drawing a support through 2 or 3 points. or drawing the lows or the highs. These are from this bearish correction that we have, this wave 4 pullback within this bull market. So a bullish correction is fine. I know the alts went into a sort of a bear market in terms of the drawdown that they experienced, especially the micro caps. Some went down as low as 90% and are bouncing very nicely, which is crazy to even say that they can do that in a bullish market while Bitcoin was literally just crabbing and consolidating. But that's just how it works. Bitcoin hasn't got a marketing team. It's only going to market and advertise itself once it's got higher highs. So that's really going to get going once we break this all-time high. Then it's advocating for itself. That's when everyone gets confident in altcoins. But we're already seeing the early signs due to this change of structure down here, which I was one of the first to call, because until then, my expectation was that what I was sharing in my Discord community, if I clear this chart now, was that we've got to move up into here, which is a lower high. It's actually into a golden pocket resistance, the 786. So it's an expected rejection point that I was suggesting all the way down here at 49k. When we started bouncing back up, I was telling my whole Discord that 65k will be the next lower high, exactly there. And that this potential green area over here, I think I shared it on Twitter once, maybe later on, but I was saying this specific green line at 53k is the green line of hope, because if we can come down, as we actually maintained it on the new loss of this 53k level when we hit 49k, it was a new lower low, correct? But we see the daily candle close maintaining 53k, so we're already seeing a change in structure, but we didn't see a high. The expectation was still that because we put in a new lower low, there would be a new lower high. But a possible bottoming out location due to the fact that when we hit 49k, we actually closed the daily candle above 53k. So this is a potential bottoming out location. This is why when I saw the bounce, I immediately switched my bias. Essentially, you've got this move up and it is a lower high, right? But if we're starting a new trend, then its pullback will be into this area and it will bounce, and we need to see a higher high. We've got that today, so an extremely bullish day. Super happy to bring this video out. You're going to see more going forward. I will start to make altcoin videos as well from next week. It's my partner Abby's birthday tomorrow, so super exciting times. Nice to see that the cryptos are bouncing back at the same time as that. Don't forget, as I shared over the last day, we've got this bullish crossover here. The 20 cross back over the 200, the 20 cross the 55. So this is a daily bullish cross, a signal of bullish continuation. And that's why we've poked our head through this, creating a new higher high, all thanks to what happened down here, the structural change. And one of the very first people to, of course, share that with you guys and change my bias on the very first sign as early as possible. And that buy down over here on the alt. We have been reaping the rewards. If I show you what some of our coins have done over the past few days, look at AI Tech, for example. I have shared this on the Twitter, and it's one of the coins that I'm most bullish on. Last pump, it did, as you can see over here, from my entry, 2000%. And at the lows of the dips, was still up. This is why I'm so bullish on it. It only pumped from December, but because it pumped so much due to the narrative, you know, AI is going to play a part in our future, whether you like it or not. I don't like it, but whether you like it or not, it's going to be our future. So it makes sense that there's always going to be a narrative with this. So it's going to be one of the strongest narratives constantly. We know RWA is another one, and I will share with you which ones I am in at a later date. So stay tuned on the channel, subscribe. Let's get to 10k as quick as possible. Like the videos. That's how we bump up the algorithm. If you interact with the videos and of course, comment under it. If you can share my Twitter posts, we need more eyes on this channel because there's a lot of fake people out there chatting absolute garbage. I'll bring the reality, bearish, bullish. It doesn't matter. I will never be a moon boy. So these are the sort of things that we are doing. If you want to follow along, just use the links down below to head to my website. But we're expecting these targets into the future. I know this is a Bitcoin video, but you can see over the last few days, it's pumped a very nice amount, 52%, in fact. But you can see this macro breakout over here, this structure change where we're seeing lower lows constantly turning into higher lows and now a higher high. So if you completely change the macro structure, it will constantly break through this high, and it's coming up into this area next. Eventually, once this high is broken, you know, from the initial entry, and I've actually tripled down on this on this movement down. In this area over here, as we were accumulating, I tripled down. And you can see it's going to bring lovely gains in total, especially now they have 3 times the amount in it. So these are sort of things that we're doing in there if you are interested. And again, 2 live streams a week where you can ask me anything and I'll mentor you and also tell you where everything's going, as I do on a daily basis in the chat anyways. But that's it for me today, guys. An incredible day with long-term consequences coming from this. Literally, as I was saying along this way up, all that needs to happen is maintain 53k. And as we start breaking through the moving averages, just maintain the moving averages now. What I said over the last day, hold this green support, 62.7k. We came down with that head and shoulders pattern exactly down to there, which is what I was saying in my video yesterday. And that this is a location, because the 1 hour 200 EMA is there, is where we can continue with this uptrend and break and make a higher high. And we've done that. And that has changed. Although that was all on the 1 hour time frame, when we zoom out on the daily, it brings extreme consequences, because we have not seen that. We have not seen a change in structure until this low and now this high, which just came today. So here's our high, lower high, lower high, lower high. And now we've got that higher high. And that came from lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, and then a higher low, and then a higher high. Guys, everything has changed. Great video today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure you check out the other ones. You can see them linked on the page right now. If you want one-on-one mentorship, so I teach you how to do this on your own with full confidence, either join the chat. There's an option now where you can join the chat and get 1 mentorship session every single month.